Okay. All right. We're going to speak to the camera. All our friends are going to watch us. So we're going to talk to our friends. Okay. Welcome.
Hi, church.
Hi, church. Welcome back to another one of our family study videos. We are doing John 14, 15, 16.
16.
And Jesus wants his friends to have joy and
Peace.
joy and peace and the strength to keep going. We are going to talk about element 5 because Jesus is creating this chat with the disciples where 5 parts together help his disciples have joy and peace. We are going to do a little introduction where we're going to build a house of 5 pieces of wood. Yeah, just as an introduction. Yeah, shall we go? You build a house. You put the 5 pieces in place. And I will, I think this is our foundation piece, yeah? Alright, next one. Let's go. This is good. I can help you. See, I'm helping you. I'm holding this in place. Put the next one. Very good. And maybe we try this one here instead of that one.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I can help you. That's good. If you need help, all you need to do is ask. Yeah? And that's actually what today's part is all about. If we need help, all we need to do is ask Jesus, right?
Ask this.
Yeah? Let's take the last piece in place. Do you need help with it?
Yeah.
Okay, we go. I can't lift it up when you're in help with it. Yeah? Up you get. This is good. And we balance it on. Alright, and now we can take that bit and put it on top. See this piece here? Our number 5. Let's try and put it up here on the roof of our house. But we're going to talk, as I said, about number 5 today, which is all about prayer. We've come through more or less all our list now. So hopefully this idea of joy and peace has become more clear on how we can possibly have it because of Jesus' fellowship or Jesus' presence with us. You got yourself all set up? Okay, do you want to say hello and then to the guys on the camera again?
Hello.
So what colour is it today?
Red.
Not red, it's black.
Black.
It's not really a colour. Anyway. And what are we talking about? We're talking about...
Jesus.
Yes, we're talking about praying today. Turn around and tell your friends what's praying?
I'm talking to Jesus.
Talking to Jesus,
Okay.
absolutely. And spending time with him as you talk with him. Okay, so... I've got my black pencil. And here's the first. Look at this group of people. Who are these people? These are the friends of Jesus, yeah?
These friends.
These are the friends of Jesus, and they're going out into the world. Who's in here? Here's Mummy with the hair, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's this? Daddy's here as well. Who are the other friends of Jesus that you know?
And he's
Who's there?
no. I talk David.
David's there?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Elaim's pappy? Is Elaim's pappy there?
No.
Elaim's pappy's not a friend of Jesus.
He's like no.
No?
Big,
Okay. What about Elaim's mummy?
Big David.
Big David's there. David Solberg?
Big David. He's like
This
big.
one here. Okay, he's big. And who are the other friends? Who are these guys at the very front of this group of people? These are the 12 friends of Jesus. We're all together following Jesus into this world. Yeah? Here's playing, here's the city, at work,
What is-
home. That's a big tower block. Some people work in these places. Here's
All
work and
these
school. And what are we doing when we go out into all these areas?
Out.
Listening and listen and obeying Jesus. Yes.
We don't know, Papi.
We're going, yes, we are. So, as we, the friends of Jesus, are going out into all the areas of life, what are we doing? We are praying.
Praying.
What's praying again? You're talking to...
Jesus.
talking to God, yes. So here's this wee man, and he's talking to God. You see that? He's talking to God through Jesus.
Yeah.
You colouring in Mummy's hair? Okay. So what are the things that we can ask Jesus for? We can ask him for help, right?
Yeah.
We're going to talk to him. Look up here. This is Jesus up here. And then he said, if you ask me, I will give you what you need. So what are the things that we can ask Jesus for?
My toys, Papi's car.
Pappy's car. Okay, let's put that one in. I think we can put the car in, yeah?
Yeah.
What colour?
Red.
A red car. This is good.
Orange car.
You want another car? You want 2 cars? I think
Yeah.
we need only 1 car at this moment. Okay, what else can you ask Jesus for?
Orange car.
Okay, what else?
The paint Olaf's car?
You want me to paint another car? Okay. Olaf's car.
Yeah.
Yeah. His car is more boxy than our car. Yeah? You'd never know I was a car designer. Alright, what else can we ask Jesus for?
Can I paint my toys?
Yeah, you really want to have toys. Okay, here is your little action man thingy. What else? Here is your little Lego digger. Yeah? Okay. What about help to be patient with your kind to your sister? You can ask Jesus for that.
And 2 baby Lego tractors?
And 2 more Lego tractors? Yeah, so these are the toys. Yeah, we can ask Jesus for toys. We can ask Jesus to provide for us a car so we can get around. What about loving one another? We can ask Jesus for that. We'll draw the universal symbol of love. Kind to your sister. Look, there she is there.
And can I paint Rachel here?
Paint Rachel. Okay, Rachel looks like a surfboard with little sticks. Yeah, there she is. And lots of noise. Yeah. Okay, what else? We can ask God to help us with food. Give us food. Let's have a plate with some potatoes and a bit of meat. Good job. This is annotated, or you would never know what that is. And drink and water. We can ask for a home, a nice home.
I paint the drink, Papi. Bottle.
That's a bottle. Yeah. Glad you can notice that. What else? All these things that we can ask Jesus. Yeah. What has He told us? If we pray and ask Him, He will give us what we need to be His people and to listen and obey Him. So you want to tell them what the verse is for today? Ask in my name. Because you're Jesus' people, Jesus with God, and you can ask in His name and He will give you all that we need.
And I paint you here, Papi?
Want me to paint there? Yes, you can ask for a loving parent. You can ask Jesus that Mommy and Daddy love you and love each other.
And paint me.
And paint you. There's Rachel with the long hair.
And paint me.
Yeah, that's you. Well, we have to practice this as well as just talking about it, yeah? Alright, hi guys, for the last time behind the scenes on this in this series. Here's my text for this past week. I've been highlighting black everywhere that Jesus talks about prayer. And because last week's dark blue muddled with my black, I had to mark a little X in the column or in the margin everywhere it spoke about prayer just to help me. And there's about 5 places, and I'm sure you noticed they're quite easy to spot. And they really deal with one thing. They deal with lots of stuff, but one thing kind of principally, one thing that's the same throughout them all, and I think it's the main thing, is Jesus' encouragement to those who are with Him that they would ask and He will do for them. He's saying that the whole resources of the Father is at your disposal because I've connected you to God the Father. You're my friends. I'm now going off to be with the Father again. You can come to the Father. You can get what you need. And it's really such a massive promise that we need to hear Jesus both command it and encourage and affirm this. How would you say? Confirm this. And so that's really, it's really not difficult this week, is it? It's not complicated. It gives me an insight really into the benefits of fellowship with God through Jesus. The massive benefits of fellowship with God through Jesus. Those who are with God, fellowship, we talked about that last week. Who are they? Well, you could describe them as those who love Jesus and who are being used by the Spirit to do God's work in the world. You could describe them as those who have been chosen by God, that God has put His love on them. And so it's for this specific group who have fellowship. There are wonderful benefits. Jesus encourages His disciples that really God is going to take His infinite resources and use them to help these guys in their work, but ultimately so that they could have joy in His service. So there it is. Actually, those 2 points are in my diagram. You have all those people together in the arrow going out into the world to do really to live for God. That's kind of who this is for. And then you see them kind of with the arrow praying up to God, and then God raining down the blessings, the provisions for them in answer. And so that's that second point, that command to ask. These 2 points
I mean, they go right with what James 4 is talking about, where James is commanding his readers that they don't have because they don't ask. Well, there you have it. Jesus' point here, ask. Whatever you ask. And then secondly, James says, and what you do ask for, you don't get because you're going to use it on your own passions. So that's a second point. I think that's been the context here that's being dealt with back in John 14, 15, 16 is this is for those who have fellowship with God. And those who have fellowship with God are those ones who are really using their whole life to serve Him, that are seeking Him and desiring to be obedient, looking for joy in His service. The teaching of this to Tommy, the learning of this as a family is obviously, it's simple, but it comes down into practical daily living where we really model it. We pray, obviously, try and pray with him. It helps us remember that everything we need to ask. Also, we're praying for simple stuff like help him learn to go to the potty. We're tired of cleaning dirty clothes or whatever. And it's just ask and will experience the provision. And then we get to kind of revel in the fellowship of God a little bit. We're building that into our routine. But it goes beyond simple a part in our day praying with him. It's helping him also realize that we have fellowship with God and we go to him and we talk to him. We're anticipating that because he loves us and because of that connection, that fellowship with him through Jesus, he's going to come through in his word. That's where this text spoke to us. It just encourages us to be asking and really what the blessings are for those who have fellowship. Let me reflect for a moment just on this series. This has probably not been the best way I have found for doing family devotion. It requires me to have read through the 3 chapters and indicated and figured out what is the bits and prepared a thought before I share. And often I don't get time. I get time for maybe some of that, but I don't often get my thoughts together in a concise form with illustrations in order to help Tommy. And so for that, we've missed a few family devotions, or I've done something very simple because, I haven't had the time to prepare. It would be much easier, I think, for our family at least, I've learned, to have, let's say, to do the first bit and the next night to do the next bit. And so I think the study's been still good, but I probably wouldn't do the same routine again. I'd love to hear what you think. We're really hoping that family devotions, that we as fathers and as parents are taking the time and taking that God-given responsibility seriously to teach our kids and to model what the Word says. And so I would like to know what you're doing. We're here together. I would like to learn from you, and I really hope that this series has been a blessing to you as well.
Okay, thanks for spending the time with us again. This is it for this part of the video. We have covered now the 5 parts of Jesus' discourse to his disciples.
Discourse? 5 parts?
The 5 parts, and do you remember them all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, because we're going to do next week just a little sum-up video where I also talk about what's next. I want to encourage you, as Tommy's holding up the little bookmark, maybe some of you have received one of these. Next week's study is going to be focusing on the greatest prayer on earth, with the beginning of John 17 and Matthew 26. So,
Bye!
what's more to say?
Bye!
Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.